Oh, he's sitting down in front of my book. Hold on. Say hi, White. Say hi. Oh, say hi. Okay. He might interrupt us. This is a poem called The Quick and the Dead. At the hayfield's edge, a few stalks of grass twitch. Bending close, I find the plump body of the vole. I lobbed him there myself, after snapping him in a trap to halt his forays through the flower beds. He is dead, and yet he lives. He jerks, he heaves, he shudders, as if something quickens in him. Or does something unimaginable happen, a resolution worse than death, after death? I prog and tilt and peer under him to see why he twitches, and find he's being buried by beetles, bright red or yellow chevrons laid across their black wings, carrion beetles, sexton beetles, corpse-eating barriers who delve and undergrub him and howk out to the trench his sausagey form settles into. Now a large beetle, spewing at both ends, moils across him, drowning him in marinating juices. The reek is heavy, swampy, undoubtedly savory, luring from afar these several beetles and also those freeloaders of the afterlife, the midden flies, who arrive just in time to drop their eggs in too before covering the grave. The vole by now has dwelt some while in death, and yet somehow he is still looking good. Mouth gaped, teeth bared, uppers stubby, and old folks yellow, inch-long lowers curled inward like uppers of beavers when they must subsist on soft food. Scummaging down into a last resting place at the last day when souls go back to their graves and resume the form and flesh that was once theirs, this one could jump and jig as if freshly risen from a full night's dead sloom. When the fly's eggs hatch, larvae squirm in and out of the eye holes, in and out of the ears, in and out of the snout, which slurped the airy auras of flowers, in and out of the mouth, which, even cluttered with bent choppers, snipped flowers and dragged blossoms, stem first through gaps in the stone wall, except for a large peony blossom that stuck and stoppered the hole for a week like a great, gorgeous cork, while other larvae wriggle in and out of the anus like revenant turds that go in to practice going out. The last half of the vole's tail still sticks out like a stalk of grass, as if it might be left that way as camouflage. At the grave's edge stands a cricket in glittering black, ogling it all like a Yankee town father spectating at a cross-burning. A larger beetle, the pronotum behind her head, brilliant red, noggles into view. Pushing the grass down on either side, she plouters without pause past the curled teeth and down into the under-room of the self-digesting birth banquet to deposit her eggs and then wait, and later pick tidbits from the carcass and feed her hatchlings mouth to mouth like a bird. Soon this plot will be unfindable. Every blade of grass will look like a vole's tail, every smither of ungrassed earth like a burial ground. Day won't feel exactly like day, nor night like night, and in the true night, when we have our other, more lunatic day, I may hear in the dunch of my own blood a distant, comforting, steady shoveling. But when the human body has been drained of its broths and filled again with formaldehyde and salts, or unguents and aromatic oils, and pranked up in its holiday best and laid out in a satin-lined, airtight stainless steel coffin inside a leak-proof concrete vault, I know that if no fellow creatures can force their way in to do the underdigging and jiggling and earthing over and mating and egg-laying and birthing forth, then for us, the most that can come to pass will be a centuries-long withering down to a gowpen of dead dust, and never the crawling of new life out of the old, which is what we have for eternity on earth.